Okay. Hope you can see my screen, Rahul.
Yes, certainly.
Okay. So we'll try to understand how to use New Relic with other applications such as AWS databases, and let's say that's where the relational database service comes. Relationship between RDS and other databases. RDS is not a database; it's a service that manages various databases, which means it is not just a single database like Aurora, MySQL, or Oracle, but if we would like to use any of these databases on the cloud, then RDS is acting like a bridge or an interface, which allows us to use these 6 kind of databases, which are generally the most popular. And benefits of RDS, it is easy, scalable. We don't have to worry about the scalability, availability, durability. It's fast and secure, and it's very, very inexpensive compared to the original license. Some of the key metrics we might be interested is read-write operations, database connections, CPU utilization, read-write latency, and network throughput. Generally, these are the kind of metrics that we are interested from a individual EC2 standpoint also. Okay, so again, a quick example, Unilever needed to standardize its environment to support a faster time to market. To be more precise, they just needed a database. After the move to AWS, Unilever's new CMS platform lets agencies build brand websites globally and publish them across the several AWS regions. In other words, again, short and sweet, they needed a database, not a single database, but they needed multiple databases. That's where the RDS came to their rescue. As simple as that, okay? So let's get into the New Relic. If you have it up, can you go ahead and share it? There you go. Co-host. Okay. So let's see. I think we have already configured the EC2. Come here. I think we need to first create a database in AWS. So back to AWS. If you go back to the AWS console and just type in RDS. Then let's create a database. Select the RDS.
Yes. Create database. We'll choose an easy create. And we'll choose MySQL to keep it short and sweet. Next, we'll choose a free tier. You can give any password below. Create database. Engine more. Scroll up, please.
Easy create sets the configurations to the default, some of which can be changed later if you want to change any of these. Use standard. You request to create DB cluster. The engine mode you specify. Strange. Scroll up, please. That looks pretty straightforward. Select MariaDB. Create it. Okay. Now come back to New Relic. Rahul, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Sorry about that. I had a power cut today. We've been having a few power cuts. Sorry about that. So, okay. So go back to New Relic. Click on AWS and do a refresh, please. And let's say manage. Click on manage services on the right hand side. Awesome. Just by the side of navigator view. Oh, below, but in the middle right hand side.
Manage service.
Little bit lower.
Okay.
You see navigator view, right?
Yes, sir.
The side of it, manage services. Then select RDS in there. Save the changes. Have you selected RDS?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Save changes. What's happening?
I clicked on this. Don't know whether it is happening. Yeah.
Okay. Click on RDS dashboard. So this is as simple as how we can hook up the database. And let's see. Now what we need to do is we also have to hook up a Lambda function here. So back to AWS. And in console, just type in Lambda. Yeah. Select Lambda. How's that? Did you select Lambda? You're directly in.
Yes, yes. We are in the land.
Click on functions, please. On the left-hand side, there's something called functions. And let's say create a function. Select the browse serverless app repository. Then search, just type in new relic. And select the checkbox. So here, select new relic log ingestion. So what this Lambda function is going to do is this Lambda function is going to all the activities that are happening, the tasks that are happening on the database, it is going to act like a bridge between the activities or the events that happen in the database are going to be streamed or displayed in CloudWatch logs. From CloudWatch logs, it is going to broadcast them, stream them to the new relic. That is what this Lambda function will do. And let's see. So here, I think we need to give the new, scroll down, please. Log ingestion somewhere, scroll down. New relic license key, NR license key. For that, go back to new relic. I think you need to go back to account settings on the right-hand side top. Right. Accounts, settings, API. Oh, yeah, API keys. And I think the mid one, that says ingest license here. Select that. Copy key here. Copy key. Back here in AWS, paste it. And let me see, I say I acknowledge. Then say deploy. Execute a moment. Okay, scroll up please. Click on deployments. Okay, create in progress. Okay, so that will take a few seconds. Let's just give it a, just to refresh, just make sure it's complete. In progress. Okay. In a new window, just open up CloudWatch. We can keep this like this just to make sure. Right click and you open a new tab. It's okay. Okay. What's this? No, not this one. Yeah. And if you expand the logs on the left-hand side, you should see something called a log group. Click on the log group because we want all the logs to be sent to New Relic. And let's see. In the filter, RDSO, or you select the RDSO metrics. Checkbox, yes. Okay, and let's say, I think we need to select in the actions, click on actions, export data, edit retention, create metric filter. Let's see, what's that? Export data, create metric filter. Click on create. Oh, no. Put your cursor near subscription filters. Now click on that and let's say create Lambda subscription filter. Lambda, yeah. Select the New Relic log ingestion and let's say. Custom log format, you can give that as explain the custom log format. JSON, select JSON, we can, most of the time we'll use JSON. And let's see, scroll down please. Custom log data is okay. Start streaming right away, huh? Isn't there something like a change? So yeah, start streaming. I think something else is required here. Just put in some names for the filters. Subscription filter pattern. Specify the event structure and any filter conditions. Subscription filter name. Log data, it gets filter pattern, you can leave blank. Filter name, you give lambda underscore new relic. Lambda underscore new relic filter. Scroll down. Start streaming. Is it created? Log event stream to Amazon Lambda. Okay. Now go back to New Relic. And back to infrastructure, the main menu, and AWS. And let's see, back to AWS. There you go. Now, instead of clicking on a RDS dashboard, click on RDS Enhanced Monitoring Dashboard. So let's say there's a CPU utilization, disk usage, and things like that. Okay, I think we need to give it a, let's see, what do we have? The default. The default is UTC. On the right-hand side upper corner, you see default UTC, right? Let's say, give it maybe, set it to last 30 minutes. Okay, I think there's a purple line coming up there, but a very low utilization. Scroll down. That's because we just started. If we had maybe multiple databases, we could have seen it, but ideally that's all. And let's see, we need to give it a few seconds or something before we'll see something. And also, since we do not have any activity going on, we may not see anything here, but ideally, let's say put on each of the chart on the right hand side, there are 3 dots. Yeah. Expand, say expand. Not much, just a yellow line. The yellow line is metric and everything is at a 0. So not much CPU utilization. We just created it and we left it there. I think that is the reason. But let's see what else if we have here. Let's take a look at the disk utilization. Close that one. Memory network. Disk you expanded. Nothing is going on there. We need to perform some kind of activity, ideally. But let's see. Close that one, please. Okay. Now, what we'll do is we'll dig a little bit deep into this one. Let's see, where is that menu? On the left hand side, in the menu, on the left hand side of AWS, there is something called events. Just on the left hand side, click on that one. And include and exclude, okay. No events match your current search or filter. Let's see, 0 hosts. It says 0 hosts. Go back to AWS. Click on AWS in the menu. No, not this one. AWS. Rahul, can you hear me, buddy?
Yes, sir.
Shrishil, Shraddha, Kajal? Oops.
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Oh, sorry about that, Rahul.
No problem.
Bunch of power cuts today. So just bear with me, beyond my control.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so let's see, where were we? RDS dashboard, okay. So we have the RDS service successfully hooked. Just go back into the RDS enhanced monitoring dashboard one more time. Even though we don't have any activity going on, at least a minimum graph should be picking up here and it should be displayed. I think we have successfully hooked up. Unless we really bring up the access the database and things like that, we'll not be able to see that. We'll probably save this one here and let's see, we'll come back, try to open the database other way. So let me see, I have not tried that, but we created the log group, okay. So what else is there? Events also, nothing is getting picked up actually. Go back to the events, please. No events match, huh? Oh, something which it should be showing is, it should show hosts as at least one. Doesn't show any hosts here. Click on add hosts. When you click on add hosts, and let's say app monitoring where you install those metrics. Scroll down. I don't think we need to do this, or at least it was not necessary. Should automatically pick up the host as the RDS. Infrastructure. Hold on 1 second. Under the infrastructure, scroll up a little bit. Wait. MySQL and Nginx. Login gesture. Scroll down, please. Okay. So last time, cancel out of this. Close this one. Strange. So from what I recall, I didn't have to add anything here. It would automatically pick up here. But I may have to go back and look at some of the documentation one more time. And let's say on the menu, click on
Yes, some data is coming.
Oh, good. And you're in which screen?
Here I clicked on the RDS dashboard.
Okay, maybe we need to, good. Maybe we need to give it a little bit more time. At least some activities going on because some basic services should be running. Is what it is. As simple. Can you try to open the go back and open the other enhanced dashboard one more time? And let's see. Okay, go ahead. And instead of since 30 minutes on the right hand side top corner, just say choose maybe last 3 days, just for the sake of 3 hours, okay?
3 days.
No, 3 hours is good because we just started it. I don't think it should have 3 days. 3 days. How about select 3 days? If at all any of the previous things are there. That service, it should be brand new, it should not be there. Okay, scroll down, please. Any other activity being tracked? I'm surprised. Okay. Scroll up, please. You're in the filter and click on events now. Oh, there you go. Since we give last 3 days, notice the blue color events. And in here, if you see under the category, there is agents, alerts, kernel, packages, services, and system. So let's say select, let's say alerts. And the blue color, basically what it is showing us is, as you're moving towards right-hand side, the intensity of the blue color is increasing, which means more and more events are happening at that point of time, whatever that moment of time is. So at 10:23 a.m. Things like that, more events happened, or these are all the events there. And just for the sake of simplicity, instead of last 3 days, give last 7 days. Seven days. And uncheck the alerts. Not much change there. Okay, so some of the AWS events should also be coming here. We have hooked up the CloudWatch logs. We created Lambda function. That's the one which should be sending some AWS events here. That category should come up. I don't know why it is not coming up. But let's say you're in the events. Click on someplace. I thought yesterday. Go back to the main menu. Click on logs. In menu. Logs is generally used by the developers and things like that. Okay, we do have a bunch of them coming up here. 9,467. And let's say, so put, what is that spike? 9.38K. Does it show anything over there?
No.
Something happened, May 24th, 9:45 a.m. Something happened. And ideally, just change it back to 30 minutes. Instead of 7 days, just change it to 30 minutes. Nothing much. Change it back to 1 day, if you have 1 day. 24 hours. Put it back to 3 days. Just play around a little bit. So the only thing that we are observing is something happened on that May 24th at that point of time is the only anomaly. So, in other words, something happened, that's an anomaly that is too far away from others. That is an example of a pattern. And here, we should be able to, let's say, what do we have here? If you click on any one of the log, just click on them. On the logs in the below table where you see the timestamp and the message. Yeah, click on that. Okay, so this is the audit trail and scroll down. So this is the JSON. String inserts. It's giving whatever is the information in that log file is what it is showing here. Okay. And what else can we do here? Close copy permanent. Close this one. Query logs, okay. Okay. So here, if you in the find logs where, click on the text box. Click on that text box.
Yeah, bro.
No, where you see find logs, where on the left hand side.
Okay.
Yeah, just type in, it's automatically giving some of the column names. Just type in timestamp. Yeah, select that. And attribute value, let's say, say type in May 24th. It used to have a timestamp, space May 24th. Contains 24, okay. Click on query. 0 logs. Just remove that to May and just keep 24. Or put that in double quotes. Timestamp, double quotes, May 24. I think it should timestamp colon, within double quotes. Now there you go. Select one of them. That's what I'm looking at. Select any one of them. That should be good. And query. So it will show you only, so only one log record was found. That's the record. So ideally in that particular column. So from a developer standpoint, what might happen is a developer somewhere in his code is typing. He's probably printing some kind of a thing for debugging purposes and things like that, and says he might end up saying print, this is for testing or something like that somewhere. So ideally you can say message colon and whatever you are searching for. If you put there, it is filtering only for that particular row. That's what the logs are used for. Catching it. So ideally, this is more of a troubleshooting, kind of a brute force or a random trial and error troubleshooting, where we don't know a particular problem is happening, and we look at the logs and try to narrow down to a particular thing. Maybe you're on, imagine you're a scenario where you're not able to give access to the log files or the New Relic directly to your developer. So he will tell you, can you look for a message if I'm printing anything like this? And he'll say, hey, here's what I'm printing. This is for testing. So you will actually type in here message colon, I'm testing here, something like that. And say yes, you will say, okay, we are getting that log. And based on that, he will understand at what step he is in the code and things like that for debugging purposes. Understand that, Rahul?
Yes.
Okay. Let's say in that instead of timestamp, just type in AWS. Remove that whole thing, just type in AWS. Colon. Or say AWS dot log. Don't see anything coming. Log stream with the capital S. Capital S. Now, so take out that small s. Log stream. Take out the smallest word. Log stream. Yeah. No. Okay, take out both the S and just keep one capital S. Okay, now put a colon. See if it picks up something. Nothing is getting picked up. Let's say, just type in CPU instead of that one. Remove the AWS log stream and just type in CPU. CPU dot message contains about CPU utilization, one word with a capital U. No results were found. Okay. Ideally, we will need to look into the documentation. There are tens and tens of additional metrics that AWS, New Relic has. Yeah, you can also, based on your needs and things like that, you will need to spend some time and try to figure out what might be important, what might not be important to you, and things like that. So, but for most of the time, you will not use all these things, Rahul. From what I recall, all you will use is you look at a message and you'll try to look for specific kind of things. If you need CPU utilizations and all those things, generally, you will go back to the previous metrics or previous screens and you will just look there. Here, you're most of the time looking for the messages and things like that. Okay.
Yeah.
And now let's say if you click on the in the menu more, there is something called more. Click on the more. There should be something called insights here. Where is that one? Manage insights data. They changed it. Click on that. And give me 1 minute. 6% here. Oh. Oh, please. And let's see. One more time.
So can we take a 5-minute break?
Yes, please. Thank you. Sorry about that. Let me know if you're back, Rahul. Let me know if you're back, Rahul.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, so here
हेलो, सर ने मैसेज किया है, बोल रहे कि आज का ट्रेनिंग मतलब कल से चालू करेंगे, आज नहीं ट्रेनिंग होगा, बस इतना था, तो लीव कर देते।
फिर